Well, some major tech glitches for millions of people across the country today, and also right here in Arizona. You may have had trouble with your email today, and while that was annoying, 911 service was down for many parts of our state, while some hackers had a heyday with a major hospital chain. Team 12's William Pitts explains what it all means.
911 service down across the country. So far, no explanation. It was one of at least 3 major technology outages or attacks in one day. 911 service went down in 16 states, from California and Arizona all the way to Pennsylvania. Here at home, the Prescott Valley Police Department tweeted its 911 service was down, along with the town of Cottonwood. Tucson police lost 911 service. There were problems in Gila, Pima, Yavapai, Pinal, Santa Cruz, and Cochise counties. 911 service was back within a few hours with no interruptions in Maricopa or Coconino counties. But for most of the afternoon, people across the country dealt with a major Microsoft outage. Multiple systems, including Outlook and Microsoft Teams, went down, leaving many without access to email or online meetings. Microsoft says it's looking into what caused the outage. And a major hospital chain, Universal Health Services, was hit by a massive cyber attack. The company's president told the Wall Street Journal it was a ransomware attack where criminals encrypt a company's data and charge huge amounts to get it back. Universal's president told the Wall Street Journal the attack took down medical records, laboratories, and pharmacies in 250 locations across the country. Universal has 4 locations in Arizona. We don't know if they were affected. All 3 outages or attacks calling into question our tech security of some very important ways to communicate, especially when we're relying on technology like never before. William Pitts, 12 News.